Welcome to my channel. I've been asked to react to NF Happy, and that's what I'm going to do now. But before I do that, I have to thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for commenting, for liking, for sharing, and most of all, for subscribing. I've gained so many subscribers in the last couple of weeks. It's amazing to me. I'm just stunned. I don't know what you guys are up to, but it's crazy. And I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, let's look at NF Happy.
Dear God, please hear me out. I know it's been a couple years since I've reached out and said hello. I bet you're wondering why I keep obsessing on and stressing all the...
Okay, I have to stop it here. The first one of his that I did, I objected to the breaking up of sentences that he was doing. Like here, he says, okay, where is it now? Since I've reached, and then the next verse, or the next part, is out and said hello, I bet you're wondering. But now that I've listened to some more of his music, I kind of like the way he does that. It's unique, that's for sure. I haven't seen that from other rappers, but the way that he does it, it doesn't stand out as being not correct to me like it did with the first video that I did. I guess I'm starting to get used to his style. And then the other thing that I really like about him is he says obsessing on and stressing all the little things. And then what is it? When when he doesn't have enough syllables to fill out the rhyme, he uses this little I don't know what you call it. It's a musical thing, but where you kind of stretch the word out a little bit. He does that, and I like that. I just like it. So let's start it over and listen to it again.
Since I've reached out and said hello, I bet you're wondering why I keep obsessing on and stressing all the little things when I should be living life and soaking up the memory. I know I've been selfish, I have no excuse to give you it's true. Hanging by a thread's how I live. I don't know why, but I feel more comfortable living in my agony, watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting like I don't care what anyone else thinks, when I know truthfully that that's the furthest thing from how I feel. But I'm too proud to open up and ask you to pick me up and pull me out this hole I'm trapped in. The truth is I need help, but I just can't imagine who I'd be if I was happy. Yeah, been this way so long it feels like something's off when I'm not depressed. I got some issues that I won't address. I got some baggage I ain't open yet. I got some demons I should put to rest. I got some traumas that I can't forget. I got some phone calls I've been avoiding, some family members I don't really connect with, some things I said I wish I would've not let slip, some hurtful words that never should've left my lips, some bridges burned I'm not ready to rebuild yet, some insecurities I haven't dealt with yet. I'll be the first to admit that I'm a lonely soul, and the last to admit I need a hand to hold. Losing hope, headed down a dangerous road. Strange, I know, but I feel most at home when I'm living in my agony, watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting.
Oh boy. Wow. Okay. Wow, how to unpack that. Gee, many Christmas. There's so much in there. I mean, this. Okay, I'm going to try to walk through this if I can. Living in my agony, watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting like I don't care what anyone else thinks. You know, I've been often criticized for that I don't care what anyone else thinks. And it's not entirely true, but it is true to a degree because I have so much self-confidence that I don't really, I mean, I'll listen to what people say about me. And if they say something that I think, oh, I should change that, then I will. But I'm not going to let someone tell me I'm no good. And I know a lot of people do that. And it's, you know, oh my God, it goes back to daddy issues and the way you were raised and all that kind of stuff, you know. And I was raised in a loving, caring family. And so I didn't have a lot of those issues. But boy, my wife does. She does. She has a lot of self-esteem issues. And she really struggles with that. And I have to constantly build her up because she thinks so little of herself. And I know she's not alone. There's plenty of people like that in the world. And frankly, I don't know how you overcome that. I really don't. The only way I know, and it works for me, is to become close in relationship with God, because God will never criticize you, and God will always forgive you. And you can't say that about any human being. So, boy, this is a lot. This is a lot. When I know truthfully from how I feel, but I'm too proud to open up and ask you. Yeah, too proud to ask God to pick me up and pull me out of this hole I'm trapped in. Now, see, for me personally, that makes no sense at all. Why would I not ask God to help me? But I know for a lot of people that's a real issue. And it seems so trite to just say get over it, but I mean that's what you have to do, is you have to get past the point where you're not willing to ask for help when you need it. You just have to. I mean, you can't, well, I guess you can, live to yourself and not ever get help from anyone, but boy, is that that's a rough road to ride. I mean, that's tough. And why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that to yourself? The truth is, I need help, but I just can't imagine who I'd be if I was happy. Well, here's a thought. Start imagining it. Let yourself loose from the inside. Just let everything go, and for one moment in your life, think, what would it be like if I was happy all the time? Just try to imagine that, to get a picture in your brain. What does happy look like? What would I be doing? How would I be living? And you never know, you might just find happiness. I've been this way so long it feels like something's off when I'm not depressed. Oh man, I'm telling you, wow. Ooh, this song. That's golly, so many people have this problem. I mean, so many people have this problem where if everything is going right, they're constantly looking, waiting for the other shoe to drop, wondering why something bad hasn't happened. And that's just, for me, I can't grasp that. It's a crazy way to live. Why would you want to live that way? I don't think anybody really does want to live that way, but they don't think it through to say, this is killing me. I need to stop. I need to do something different. And that really is the crux of changing who you are and what you are, is to sit down and take the time to think through, okay, so how can I change things so that I'm not depressed all the time? What is it that's causing me to be depressed, and how can I get rid of it? And sometimes you can do that talking to God. Sometimes you have to talk to somebody you love or care about, that you trust, that will not laugh at you or make fun of you. But you got to find a way to get past that. I've got some issues that I won't address. Yeah, well, as long as you won't address them, you're going to have them. See, that's the thing. You have to address the issues that you have, or you'll never get rid of them. They'll be like anchors on your soul. Oh man, this is so deep. I'm just talking, thinking out loud, I guess. But golly days, I wish I could just wave my hand and fix all the problems that people have.
Dress, I got some baggage I ain't open yet. I got some demons I should put to rest. I got some.
Yeah, I mean, golly days, come on. You got to get rid of that stuff, so one way or another. I know one way to do it is you get down on your knees or stand up, doesn't matter. I mean, God doesn't rest on formality, okay? But however you have to do it so that you're comfortable doing it, talk to God and tell him, I just want all this to be gone. I want to get rid of it. I don't want to have to stress over all this anymore. Please show me how to do that. God will show you. He will. Trust me, I know.
Traumas that I can't forget. I got some phone calls I've been avoiding, some family members I don't really connect with.
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of? My wife will look at me and she'll go, do you know so-and-so hasn't called me in 2 years? You know what my immediate thought is? Well, you haven't called her either. And sometimes I'll voice that to her, and you know what she says then? Well, it's her turn. Who said you had to take turns? If you love someone, call them. If you've had problems with them in the past and you've forgiven them, get on the phone and tell them that. Don't wait for them to call you. Life is too short. You could end up, honestly, you could end up with that person passing away and you never having reconciled. And that is a shame. Don't do that. Pick up the phone, call. Let them know you care. Let them know you've forgiven them for whatever it was they did, or you apologize for whatever it was you did that caused the two of you to separate. Heal those bonds and bring them back together again. They'll heal your heart in the process. NF, my God, man, what a song. What a song.
Some things I said, I wish I would have not let slip. Some hurtful words that never.
Yeah, right. I mean, I can't go 2 phrases without stopping again, because This is gold. This is so absolutely true. Wow. I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again because you need to hear it. When we first got married, I was in the Navy, and we were stationed in Newfoundland, Canada. I married this girl. I took her on a 30-day honeymoon, and then I took her 2,500 miles away from home. She'd never been away from home before with anyone but me. And she was lonesome. And we were newlyweds. We were adjusting to each other. You know, you got to brush your teeth in the same place and wash your hands and go to the bathroom and all those things that you have to do when you're living together. And sometimes those can be troubling or disturbing. And I would come home from work, from the base, and I would walk in the house and I would say, how much longer is it going to be before supper? And my wife, and now keep in mind, we're newlyweds, so we're still, you know, in that stage of enthrallment. She would look at me with this hurt look on her face and say, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. And I saw that look on her face, and I thought, well, what is it that I'm saying that's hurting her? And it took me a little while, but I finally figured it out. Basically, the way that I was phrasing my words, how much longer is it going to be, was a way of saying, why don't you have my supper ready when I get home? And when I realized that, then I thought to myself, well, what is it you're trying to find out? And I realized that what I was trying to find out, I was trying to be thoughtful. Wasn't doing a very good job of it, but I was trying to be thoughtful. And I was trying to find out if I had time to do something else before supper, or if I need to go wash my hands because we were going to be sitting down in 5 minutes. And so then I thought, and I'm sure that God was involved in this whole conversation, pinging me in the brain, trying to get my stupidity out of me. And I realized that once I realized what I was trying to find out, I thought, well, how do I ask that question in a way that doesn't hurt her feelings? And it came to me, how much time do I have before supper? Now you think about that. How much longer is it going to be before supper? How much time do I have before supper? Same question, completely different result. The second phraseology, she turns around, big smile on her face, says, you've got about 20 minutes. Think about all the things in life where if you just sat and thought about it for a minute and thought, what am I trying to find out and what am I trying to communicate? And you asked yourself that honestly and searched your heart, what would you come up with? And how would that impact the person that you were interacting with? Would it make them feel better about themselves or worse about themselves? Words can hurt. They can hurt deeply. Words can also heal, and they can make people feel very warm and loving towards you.
Should've let my lips, some bridges burn. I'm not ready to rebuild yet. Some insecurities I haven't dealt with yet. I'll be the first to admit that I'm a lonely soul, and the last to admit I need a hand to hold. Losing hope, headed down a dangerous road. Strange, I know, but I feel most at home when I'm living in my agony, watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting like I don't care what anyone else thinks, when I know truthfully that's the furthest thing from how I feel. But I'm too proud to open up and ask you to pick me up and pull me out this hole I'm trapped in. The truth is I need help, but I just can't imagine who I'd be if I was happy. Don't know what's around the bend. Don't know what my future is, but I can't keep on living Living in my agony, watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting like I don't care what anyone else thinks, when I know truthfully that that's the furthest thing from how I feel. But I'm too proud to open up and ask you to pick me up and pull me out this hole I'm trapped in. The truth is I need help, but I just can't imagine who I'd be if I was happy. If I was happy. If I was happy.
YouTube Premium.
Wow. Oh, man alive. Wow. What a song. What a song. What lyrics. Man alive. If that doesn't reach into your soul and grab you, listen to it again. Pay attention to the words. Man. If what he's saying, what he's singing in that song is describing you, then I pray for you. I pray that you can get past this and become the you that you love and that everyone around you will love. That you become the person that you've always dreamt of being and that you've so long doubted you could be. Wow, 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 wow. Just listen to this song until it sinks in. Man, what a song. Oh, man, oh, man. Phew. Well, I've said enough, I guess. I pray for you. I pray for the people you love. And I pray that you will stop being anxious. And I pray that you will become the person that you've always wanted to be. That you'll become the person that changes the world around you. God loves you. And He can help you. This is the Vietnam Era Vet out.